This is video part 5. Let's walk through client101.go. So the first few lines are identical to server 101. So we're just including the packages and then define the check function. The first line that looks curious to us is this, net.dial. So dial is an API defined in the package net that allows a client to try to establish a connection to the server. It takes two parameters. The first parameter is to specify, once the connection is established, what type of transport layer service it's going to use. So we're going to use TCP here. The second parameter is the address of the server process. So there are two parts in the server process address. First is the IP address of the machine that the server process is running on. Second part is the port number the server process is running on. Now, previously, I have already specified server 101 should be running on port A083, so I will have to fill in A083 here. And then I'm using 127.0.0.1 as the IP address. This is a very special IP address. What it's referring to is the local machine. So the reason I'm using this IP address is this. I'm starting server 101 and client 101. The two processes are running on the same machine. And of course, you could try to communicate two processes this way on the same machine, establishing a socket connection. Now, to connect to your own machine, the easiest way is to use the local machine IP address. Of course, you can try to find out the IP address of your machine that is really assigned for other machines to connect to you. But if it's just two processes trying to connect locally, just use 127.0.0.1. That is the easiest. You don't have to figure out exactly what IP address is assigned to your machine. So net.dial here is going to be activated, and once it's completed, it's going to return two values. The first is exactly the handle to the socket it's created. Second is the error message in case the establishment is not exactly successful. Okay. So CONN here, standing for connection, is the variable of the connection type and to keep the handle for the socket. So later on, we could wrap it around a writer so we could write something onto the socket, output something onto the socket. Okay. In the next line, you see immediately we are calling writer.writeString and writing exactly this string out on the socket. And the return value of the write string is the length of the string that we are outputting. And the next line, the client is going to send a string of something something bytes, and that something something is going to be the length of the string. If you count hello world acclaim sign, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, empty space 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, acclaim sign 12. That's 12 characters. But hey, this very special character, the new line symbol here, is also one character, although it's not really a printable character. So write string here is going to return 13 for len. So the client here will send a string of 13 bytes. And that's exactly what we see on the client's terminal. We could also wrap the socket around a scanner. So we could call scanner scan to read a line. So this is the message that's going to come back from the server. And now let's print the message. Server replies a string, and that's the string that's scanner.scan just extracted. But that was a byte stream, so we call scanner text to convert it to a stream. So we see server replies something in a new line. So obviously the server has replied 12 bytes received, which does not match hello world acclaim in the new line. This should be 13 bytes. And why is that? Well, let's go back to the description. And let me try to explain here. Yeah, so the simple client sends hello world acclaim sign, all right. Including the new line symbol, that's 13 character. No problem, 13 bytes. But the thing is that the server over there, okay, if you go back to the server code, let's see, editor, go back to the server 101. What is done here is, so this is the data connection. We have a scanner wrapping around it, and we are scanning the line. So we will be scanning hello world acclaim sign in new line. But what happened here is scanner.scan, the scan API returns only the first 12 bytes without the new line symbol. So scanner.text here converts only hello world acclaim sign without the new line. So message here has only 12 characters, 12 bytes. Therefore, we get 12 here calling land on message. And that's why server sends 12 bytes received back to the client. And that's why we see when the client prints the message coming from the server, it prints server replies, 12 bytes received. Yep, that's because scan there of the scanner object ignores the new line at the end of a line. Because scanner here when it scans one line at a time by default, and it always removes the delimiter. And that is the issue here. And that's causing the mismatch. All right. So lastly, let's go through this. The terminal running the simple server should reflect what's remaining that is yet for the server to complete. So that's printing the line it received and terminate the program. And then sending back the line's length. So it prints hello world and then return to the prompt. And that's all for the part 5. Next is, let's see, what do you need to do to start working on your pa3, and what you need to check and ensure that the pa3.go you're submitting is alright.